Following the loss at the Border Gavaskar Trophy, India head coach Gautam Gambhir stressed on how important domestic cricket is. And he also urged the senior players to go back to the domestic circuit because that will help their preparation for the red ball season that comes up in, let's say, 3 or 4 months from now. We are at the DDCA with the DDCA director Shyam Sharma right now. He's also an ex BCCI person and probably the right person to speak about what exactly is happening right now in the DDCA and also how domestic cricket could help the senior players, get back to form and all of that. So let's get started. Sir, I want to understand about the changes that have been incorporated in the DDCA once Mr. Rohan Jaitley has taken over.
Uh, if you remember the tenure of Mr. Arun Jaitley, that time 5 to 6 players from Delhi used to play in Indian cricket team. From 2013 till 2020, DDC was involved in litigations basically, and that was the worst phase of cricket. So cricket was not the priority during that period. So it was a big task to bring back the glory of Delhi cricket. And Mr. Jaitley has taken few steps which are very innovative also, and his vision is very clear to nurture the talent and to bring the situation where again players will be chosen from Delhi team. For that he has started under 16 and under 19 leagues, which are very new and innovative idea. For women also he is providing the best of the facilities, best of the amenities to every player, even the women cricket team and the men cricket team. His motto is basically to uplift the cricket again, and you see the result. During last 3 years he worked hard, and now two players were chosen in Indian team, Harshit Rana and Mank Yadav. 3 girls, they were chosen in the national Indian team. 3 players were there in emerging tournament. So cricket is coming back again in shape.
Okay. Gautam Gambhir recently stressed on how domestic cricket would surely help the senior players get back to form. What is your take on that? Because you have seen the domestic structure very closely. You've been an ex BCCI person at a very important position. Well, how do you look at this comment from Gautam Gambhir?
My ideology is entirely different. I'm Greg Chappell used to force players to play in a different way. Ravi Shastri give comfort to the players. So you can compare the tenure of both the coaches. So according to me, these players are very senior. You can't force them कि you go and play particular Ranji match. I mean, it's their choice. You have to give them a comfort. You have to give them a chance to come back to the form, and they know what to do. By playing a 4-day match or 5-day match, I mean, will not bring back the. If you put a lot of pressure on them, do you think they will perform in domestic also? By putting pressure on them, I don't think so. My ideology is that give them free hand. Rohit and Virat, they have attained everything in. I mean, they have given so much to the Indian cricket, and they don't know any guidance at this stage. Every player who is playing in Indian team, they know how to play, when to play, how to perform. It's only a bad phase. You tell me one thing: we lost to England 4-0, we lost to Australia 4-0 during MSD. How many players went back to regain their form and play in domestic cricket? None of them. None of them. It's only a phase which is going through right now. Virat scored century. He was in good nick in every inning. It's good, one good ball, pitch was playing differently. New coach, new environment in team dressing rooms. So it takes time.
You know the Delhi circuit better than anybody. So of course you know Mr. Gautam Gambhir. How is Mr. Gautam Gambhir as a coach, as a person, and do you think he's the right person for the job of being the India coach? Because it's a big job, you see.
If he is not right person, he could not have been the coach of the Indian team. He is very dedicated, hard-working, very sincere player. And when he was like a coach of Kolkata Knight Rider, I heard that he was putting best of his efforts. But senior players also, I mean, everybody has a different way of coaching. Ravi Shastri had different, Rahul Dravid was different. I was Indian cricket team manager during Rahul Dravid's tenure, and I saw him politely conveying the message to everyone. So when he was firm also, when we lost to Australia 3-1 in ODI, he conveyed his message also in a very polite way.
Gautam Gambhir recently spoke about the star culture that exists inside the Indian dressing room. When we are talking about stars, I think nobody is a bigger star in the country than Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. When Gautam Gambhir talks about superstar culture, do you think there is something exactly like that happening inside the Indian dressing room?
I don't know what is the superstar culture. 15 players who are playing Indian cricket team, they all are stars. I mean, they are out of 140 crores. So they have
No. I'm so sorry. I'll interrupt you in between. Surely Virat Kohli is a bigger star than Nitish Kumar Reddy. I'm sure you agree with that. So somebody is a bigger star. Somebody is not that big a star.
So how he has become that star? He has given his life to cricket. Look at his passion. I mean, still he is playing that. When we saw him playing under 19, he has the same passion. He is the same dedication. He is working so hard. So I mean, you can't raise a finger on Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is a role model for 90% of the Indian cricketers.
When we talk about the star culture, probably Gautam Gambhir, what he's trying to say is the fact that some players in the Indian team, while they were in Australia, they were not traveling with the team bus, so they were not traveling together. They were traveling. They had other arrangements to go to the ground, the venue, wherever the match was, the practice or whatever it was. So probably Gautam Gambhir has a problem with that. The unity is not there in the team, and probably, do you think something like this is happening?
Unity comes with your actions. Unity cannot come like if you put 15 persons in a room and say, okay, if they are not gelling with each other, they don't exchange good ideas, they don't exchanging their experience with the younger one. So what is the purpose of putting them in one room, forcing them to go in one bus? I mean, if they were traveling with their own car, BCCI must have allowed them. And this half an hour, do you think this half an hour when everybody is traveling with bus and these people are traveling with car, you mean to say there is no harmony, there is no love and affection with?
I think Gambhir was talking about the team culture, the bonhomie that is there when you're staying together, the togetherness. So if somebody is traveling, on his own, so that sends the wrong signal to the other players. So probably somebody feels that he has the powers to do all of that, and he'll get away. Getting my point?
So tomorrow you mean to say that no player should have his own physio, should not have his own dietitian. Everybody should have the common dietitian or physio from the team. Do you mean to say so?
Because Gambhir spoke about the team culture missing. Gambhir spoke about that. So what do you have to say about Gambhir's remarks?
I don't know. I mean, India played, I think, every semi final after 2003 except the 2007. And they played many finals, WTC two finals. The same culture was prevailing that time.
We had to wait. We had to wait, sir. We had to wait for 10 years to get our hands on an ICC trophy. We got it a few months back when we won the T20 World Cup.
So who was the coach that time?
It was Rahul. Okay, do you think
No,
big?
you tell me. So there was no team culture at that time. So players were not traveling in their own car that time.
So what has changed?
When they reached the finals of the ODI and when they reached
So what has
they won
changed?
the
So
T20.
sir, what has changed? Because you think, okay, let me
My
just
thinking is
let-
that
let-
give comfort to the players. They are very mature. They know what to do, what not to do. And culture, there is no star culture. I mean, I don't know what is star culture. They are popular. They are cricketers. They are 15 out of 140 crores. Though obviously they are popular amongst the public, so they become stars. Public make them star.
probably because they are stars, they have their own whims and fancies, and that is something that is not aligning with Gautam Gambhir.
It's not whims and fancies. It's not whims and fancies. So they must be taking permission from the BCCI, but BCCI must have allowed them to have their own physio, have their own cook, have their own style, or have their own whether they can use their car or not. I mean, I don't know.
Does that mean Gautam Gambhir and the BCCI, they are not on the same page?
I mean, a BCCI. I mean, he's a coach. He must be taking like decisions by talking to the BCCI officials. How can he pass any comment on that?
There were reports that Gautam Gambhir got into a confrontation with Morny Morkel very recently in Australia. What do you have to say about that? Because all this while we thought Morny Morkel is his person. Now, to get into an argument with Morny Morkel, what kind of a message signal does this send to the rest of the players?
I have not heard about it. What was that argument
There
regarding?
were reports that, sir, I mean, Morny Morkel reached a little late during Team India's practice in Australia, and that is why Gautam Gambhir apparently had a confrontation with him.
It's not a confrontation. He has every right to be angry because he is a very disciplined person and he wants everyone to be disciplined, to put hard work and to discipline, decorum, and decency. These three things are very important in cricket. If you are not reaching on time, that the coach has every right to be angry.
If you remember 2017, when Anil Kumble became the coach for a very brief period, Virat Kohli was the captain of the Indian cricket team, and Virat Kohli was at the helm of powers back then. 2017, sir, I'm talking about. And reports were that Kumble was also a disciplinarian, and he wanted players to be disciplined and all of that. But probably a few players did not like his style of functioning, and that is why Kumble he left. Ravi Shastri came into the side as the coach of the Indian cricket team. What do you have to say about that? Is something similar happening right now?
There is a difference between discipline and becoming a headmaster. You can't be a headmaster. Look at your own kids. I mean, they know what to do. During our time, whenever the exams were there, we never used to play cricket. We never used to go to watch movies and all. Now you see the young generation. They are playing games on the computer and they're reading their books also, and they're performing well. So the time has changed. You can't be a headmaster.
Absolutely. I feel Gambhir wants something, but things are not happening according to his wishes. Do you think that is the problem? Because that is exactly what's coming out after my interaction with you.
Actually, a lot of speculations are there from media. I mean, we don't know what is happening inside the dressing room. When I went to the dressing room as a manager of Indian team, that time I had that idea that there are two groups, one Rohit Sharma group and one the Virat Kohli group, and they might not be playing as a unit. But when I spent those 15 days with them, I realized Indian teams play like a team. Nobody has anything against each other. I mean, they hug each other, they congratulate each other, they enjoy each other's success. So, media speculation is entirely different from actual things. And let me tell you very clearly. So, what Gautam Gambhir is doing inside that might be he wants to bring some discipline in youngsters. He might be guiding them in a polite way, but the reports are that there is a conflict between the captain and the coach. The captain is not listening to the coach is enforcing himself. I mean, these are only speculations, I think.
You think all of this is speculations? Okay, Delhi is going to play a very important match in the next few days. They're going to play Saurashtra very soon. Rishabh Pant has already given his confirmation of his availability. What about Virat Kohli? He last played a Ranji game in 2012. So has I want to ask you?
You mean to say from 2012 till 2024, Virat Kohli is totally flopped because he has not played
No,
a
no,
match?
no. Virat Kohli is not flop, but of course his form is a little, off. So don't you
His
think?
form was off for 2 years also, and he has not played any match during that time also, and he performed very well. He has scored so many runs without playing Ranji Trophy match. He knows when to play Ranji Trophy, when not to play Ranji Trophy. And right now, there is no. I mean, if you play a match right now, will it help him in England tour? Which is going to happen on 20th of June? Is it going to help this Ranji match? Don't force any player, such a big player, to put conditions. Rahul Gandhi did the same thing with the Congress, and look at how the Congress is performing now.
Um, Of course, Virat Kohli is a very big player, and Virat Kohli has got runs all across the world. But Gautam Gambhir stressed on the fact that he should be a lot of senior players should be going back to the domestic grind, playing domestic cricket. And after Gautam Gambhir's remark, Rohit Sharma is back at BKC. He's practicing. Yashasvi Jaiswal is there. There is Shubman Gill who's going to play a Ranji game very soon. Okay, so other players, they are ready to play domestic games. Virat Kohli is not ready to play a domestic game. Do you think there are double standards in BCCI because Virat Kohli is getting away with a few things which probably other players won't?
So basically, today your focus is on Virat Kohli. Why Virat Kohli is not playing? And I already said it's his choice. You can't force players to play a particular match at this stage of their career. Virat and Rohit has nothing to prove to anyone. Next test matches are going to be held in June 2020. These Ranji matches is not going to make any difference to their stature or their performance, they have to get back the form themselves when they work hard, and for that they mentally need to be relaxed. Rohit and Virat both are very good players, and they will come back, and we can't say that Rohit is playing the match because of the advice of somebody else. No, I don't think so.
Thank you so much for interacting with us on Republic. Thank you so much. So yes, we had a freewheeling chat with Shyam Sharma over here, who's the director of DDCA. He gave us an insight as to what exactly might be happening inside the Indian dressing room, how Gambhir must be thinking of things, and how Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma must be evaluating things over here. We also got an idea as to, what to expect in Delhi's upcoming Ranji game as well. Thank you so much for watching Republic.